Speaking of a creature like a snake, in the eyes of most people, it cannot be associated with the adjective beautiful in any way. The impression that snakes leave most is usually sinister, cunning, cold, and ss. However, you will have to change your mind when you see the clip that we show you in this video. Snakes are really beautiful creatures. They have a luxurious, unique beauty and primal charm that no other creature can match. 1. Northern scarlet snake. The northern scarlet snake is found in the southern and eastern United States, often burrowing in open forests or developed agricultural areas, and most of its time hidden. This non-venomous colubrid feeds mostly on reptile eggs, including snake eggs, but also sometimes eats rodents or lizards. It is a small snake with a maximum length of less than 2 feet with a record length of 32 inches. 2. Blue Malaysian coral snake. The blue Malaysian coral snake grows to about 5 feet and lives on a diet of other snakes, including others of its own kind. It might occasionally consume a lizard or a frog, maybe even an unlucky bird, but for the most part, it is strictly a snake eater. This poisonous reptile is active mostly at night when it can be fairly aggressive while remaining rather timid until the sun goes down. It uses its colorful body to scare off predators by turning over and showing its red belly, and uses its tail as a decoy for its head, allowing it to strike when its tail is attacked. The snake can be found in Malaysia, Cambodia, Singapore, Indonesia, and Thailand. 3. Brazilian rainbow boa. The Brazilian rainbow boa is one of nature's most beautiful snakes. The iridescent quality of its scales is caused by tiny ridges on the scales that refract light like small prisms. This adds to the boa's already attractive coloring and really makes this a standout reptile. Found mainly in the Amazon basin, this snake feeds mostly on small rodents and birds but also may eat amphibians such as frogs and lizards. It is a mid-sized snake, averaging about 5 feet though occasionally reaching 7 feet or more. 4. High yellow green tree python. The high yellow tree python is a large snake that grows from 4 to 7 feet long. It is non-venomous and eats small mammals and sometimes reptiles. They hunt by hanging from branches and striking from an S shape, then constricting the prey. It is an oviparous snake and one of the few snakes that stays with its eggs to incubate them. It is found mainly on the island of Kofio in West Papua, Indonesia, though the aforementioned green tree python to which it is closely related can be found throughout most of Indonesia, New Guinea, and parts of Queensland, Australia. 5. California red-sided garter snake. Pibellied shieldtails are non-venomous, burrowing snakes that mostly live underground in India and Sri Lanka. It is believed they eat mainly earthworms, but very little research has been done to support this. They are relatively small with a maximum length of around 2.5 feet but more often are much smaller, with full-grown snakes sometimes no longer than 8 inches. 6. Coast garter snake. California red-sided garter snakes are more than just a pretty face. For many pet owners and herpetologists, they are great companions. With their distinctive coloration and lean, svelte shapes, California red-sided garter snakes deserve to sit well on anyone's list of the best pet snakes. California red-sided garter snakes reach a maximum of about 3 feet in length. But they are very slender, making them light-bodied and quick. These nimble snakes can dart with an agility and speed unknown to many other snakes. 7. Red milk snake. Red milk snakes are non-venomous but look very similar to some species of the poisonous coral snake, fooling predators into mistaking the harmless snake for its deadlier doppelganger. Red milk snakes can be found from the southern parts of Canada down to parts of Ecuador and Venezuela. They can reach a maximum length of almost 5 feet, but most are smaller, sometimes reaching only about 20 inches as an adult. Their diet is mostly made up of rodents, but they are opportunistic eaters and will consume other snakes, fish, reptiles, birds and bird eggs, and more. They got their name from an urban myth that they would suck milk from a cow's udder that likely developed due to their abundance in barns where a bounty of rodents were available for feeding. 8. Red-tailed boa. This snake gets its name from the red pattern on the end of its tail. The rest of its body is brown or gray with saddle-shaped bands on it. If you want to own a red-tailed boa, you'll have to ensure that you give it a warm environment as it comes from Brazil. This means you'll need heating pads and a reptile fogger. The same goes for its cousin from the same part of the world, the Amazon tree boa. 9. Atheris hispida, African hairy bush viper. The name bush viper sounds pretty intimidating. Which is fitting, because the snake itself is intimidating too. It is very poisonous, and can kill you if it bites you and you don't get first aid. It's one of the most beautiful snakes in the world because of its brightly colored bristly scales. It's quite an unpredictable snake, so you're better off not keeping it as a pet and only looking at its beautiful pictures on the internet from the safety of your computer screen. 10. White-lipped island pit viper. White-lipped island pit vipers, Trimeresurus insularis, can range from a light, almost sky blue color to a deep jewel-toned bluish green. Depending on their range, they are known to have green, yellow and blue populations. This snake has quite a bit of color variation. The Sunda island pit viper is probably one of the most vivid blue venomous snakes on this list. This species is extremely venomous and found in Indonesia.